Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I better kill them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was homeless, sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find it, so she fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Tonight, 180! I can't believe they let you play. I I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, switch gears.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And an alley to run. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Packers. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line. It's a big play there for the Lions. 64 yards on the ground.
First down.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Second and 11 at the 14-yard line.
Ready. 54, right there. 54 Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This is Coleman with a grab. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Watch out. Sponge.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here we go. Henry. Watch my boy. Switch.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and through by Myers. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we are tied at 7.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers have taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short, and he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Newton. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You better be afraid of me. Over. Hey, Mike 50. Mike 50. Go. All right, D. Mike's 50.
Now it's Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
At the 34-yard line.
180. Let him know. Check 3.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Corey Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and through. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
From the 31, Newton. He'll get this one to Galladay. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, Newton. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. They come out here in the eye. On second down now, it's Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. He may try and run for this. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And Myers able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, probably that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Hold on. Check.
They'll run on first down. Grant. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd.
I got one. Undercut. Go.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
SOS. Alert 3.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Corey Grant with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Point after, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Newton to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Newton on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hold on. Check. 40's the mic. Hey, let's get this. 11. Check it out, Reese.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. They find some open field here. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 57 yards. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Fight goes tonight. Fight playing. All day, every day, any day. Mike's 40. You're trash. Hardball. Mike's 40. Hey, they're scared. Hey, Mike's 7. 40's the Mike.
Goff on first down. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. This is Coleman. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. 87 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Value three, value three. Oh, yeah, and here we go.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Run for Pollard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. 59. Mike to 59. Hey. We're good. We're good. 11. 11. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
180. Check 59. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Kill. Shell. Mike's 59.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
20. 76. 76. Tiger. Hey, exit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And some room to maneuver. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
On first down, it's Henderson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Newton. That one into the hands of Kane. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Newton. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. There, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. With his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. They'll try and run it in with Coleman, and he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put him through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, it's Grant. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong football.
On 2nd down, Pollard. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 7-yard line. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 7-yard line. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
They'll run here with Mack. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Ringo. Hey, Echo. Check, 59.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll run forward with Pollard, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Newton. He'll run it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Coleman. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On second down now, it's Coleman, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Check, 59.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Packers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Listen. Rush in. Move. 17. 59 mark. Check.
From the gun, here's Gone. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Down. Now the look. 49 to Mike. 81. Under 10.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. Open man is Galladay, complete. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Lions.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. Two division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Coleman now. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They will run again with Coleman. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. This is Henderson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And the Lions first down.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Myers' kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Pollard. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From the 41, Goff. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Whip. Super one. Lucky. Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him.
On first down, Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Mikey, go.
Like 20.
Double.
From the 50, it's Goff. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Here I come.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Like 20. Ric Flair.
Run. 49. Check 49.
12.
Now Goff. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
4 down. Hey, Shell.
Watch the eye.
Goff. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Henderson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. First throw in overtime for Newton. And he'll find the open man on the right side. It's Kane. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And it's third down.
Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Out of the gun, Newton. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Detroit, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the defeat is their first of the year.